What's going on, guys? I have another unboxing for you guys today. This has been requested multiple times, and today we finally have the Coco clipper and trimmer. Now guys, I don't know much about these Coco clippers and trimmers. The trimmer has the digital gap. I don't really know what that means. We'll look into it in a second. But people have been going crazy about the digital gap. I guess it is basically a more precise zero gap. So let's go ahead and throw these things down in the unboxing station and check them out. All right guys, so we'll get the trimmer out of the way. We will go ahead and start off with the Coco clipper. All right guys, so you can see at the top, Coco CCO Pro all metal clipper. Digital gap here on the clipper as well, so I didn't really know that. On the side of the box, all metal alloy aluminum housing, high torque BLDC motor, high speed, strong power. Lithium ion battery with 3 hours of charging and 2 hours running. So that's a little bit opposite, guys. A lot of times you get more battery life than the time that it takes to recharge it. So I don't really like that. It's gonna charge for 3 hours, but we only get to use it for 2 hours, but we'll check it out. And we do have USB charging at the bottom. On the other side, graphite blades with R-angled taper, deep tooth. Don't really know what that means, but we'll check it out. Ergonomic hand grip design, 5 to 10 taper control for layered haircuts, and 8 guide cones, guys, are standard guards. Now on the back, guys, it says professional high torque brushless motor, long lasting and fast charging lithium ion battery. I don't know if I would call that long lasting and fast charging. It's more like not as long lasting and longer charging. So I don't really love that, but we will see. And obviously, guys, I don't really cut that much hair, so I have plenty of time to charge in between, so it's not really a problem for me. But for you guys, you like the long battery life and the fast charge. So we don't really have that with this clipper. It's gonna be quite the opposite. We're gonna get less battery life and a longer charging period. Pro graphite steel blades, adjustable blade plus blade guards for versatile styling. I don't really know what that means. I guess that's the guards plus the 5 clicks on the lever, and that gives you a few different lengths to fade with. Pro all metal clipper plus special design. I don't really know what they're meaning there, but in the paragraph underneath it says basically all metal aluminum housing for ultra lightweight technology. And guys, I don't know, I held them at the show and they weren't super lightweight, so we will see. But that's pretty much it for the box, guys. Let's go ahead and set it down, get this lid off, and we'll check them out. So you guys can see, obviously, the instruction manual here. I don't really ever look at that. The clipper here, we're gonna go ahead and set it to the side and see what is in these boxes. Just like usual, guys, we have our guards. We'll go ahead and slide a couple of those out and check them out. They do look pretty premium, guys. So we have the metal clip. These are pretty heavy duty premium guards, and it looks like we have 1 through, oh, there's a 0.5. So 0.5 all the way up to 8, and we do have the 1.5 as well. Not up to 8, up to 6. So 0.5, 1, 1.5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we do have a bigger screwdriver here, kind of bigger than the ones that come with like the Game of Stylecraft stuff. Won't be using that. And then the charging cord is in here, guys. I actually got these for somebody else, so he has the charging cord out. We're gonna have to go charge him on his station, but he said I could do an unboxing, so that's what we're doing today. All right, so I'm gonna throw the guards back in the box. I think he left them in here in the bag so that I could make it look like I was unboxing it, but I'll just be transparent with you guys. I bought these for somebody else, but you guys wanted to see them, so we're gonna check them out. Go ahead and get this box out of the way. All right, we'll check out the clipper. So here it is, guys, kind of a graphite gunmetal look here. It almost looks black, I'm not sure if you guys can tell. Kind of a big standard body here, and then an interesting little cutout here. So I don't really know what the purpose is. It's almost like a skeleton, like a trimmer, but definitely a unique shape that I haven't really seen before. You guys see we have some type of a LED indicator here. I don't know if that is when it's charging, I would imagine, and then maybe it goes off when it's charging. We do have the charging port at the bottom. Power switch, on-off switch, whatever you want to call it, on the side. And we do have a gold taper arm, so you can hear the clicks. This arm looks similar to the Lithium FX from Babyliss. Not sure if it is the same, but it does look pretty similar. Kind of strange to me that we have a gold lever and bracket on an all gunmetal clipper. You guys know me, I don't really like when they do stuff like that. I'd rather have the whole thing all gunmetal. But like I said, guys, not super lightweight. I would not consider it lightweight. It is all metal, so it's a little bit heavy, but not as heavy as maybe the Mythic or the Saber, but definitely not as light as like my boosted that I like to use. Check out the back, guys. It does come with a taper blade. It does have the digital gap on there. We'll go ahead and close it up. Now these are not that close, guys, so I don't know if you can see, but they're actually very far from being zero gap, so I don't really know where the digital gap comes into play on this clipper, but we'll take their word for it, and we'll have to cut some hair with it and see how it works. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the clipper up, and we'll check out the trimmer. All right, guys, so same box here, Coco Pro all metal hair trimmer, digital gap. Now that is going to be more significant on this. Again, all metal alloy housing, high torque BLDC motor, lithium ion battery, same exact stuff there. Graphite blades with R-angle taper deep tooth, ergonomic hand grip design, and USB charging. So all the same as the clipper. Same thing here, professional high torque brushless motor, long lasting and fast charging lithium ion battery. Again, short lasting and long charging battery, not something I care for. Pro graphite steel blades, digital gap T-blade for detailing styling, pro all metal clipper plus special design. So pretty much the exact same stuff as the clipper. Let's go ahead and get it out. Gotta wait for the box to drop out. You guys know this Apple packaging. There we go. All right, so similar here, guys, we do have the charging cord. Oh, he left one in here for us. So let's go ahead and check it out. It does come with a brick. I don't know what you guys call these. I call it a brick. So a USB brick, and then this is a USB, obviously. And here is our charging cord that goes to the bottom of the clip. Over here, this big old box just for a small little clipper brush and our small digital gap, zero gapping tool to adjust the blade. But we're not gonna need all this because he already has it set up and charged up there. So let's get it out of the way. Oh. Check out the trimmer. All right, guys, so there it is, the Coco trimmer. Same thing here, all gunmetal. Luckily, we don't have anything gold on here, so definitely like how this looks a lot better. Same thing, indicator light at the bottom, charging port here. We do have the hanging ring here, guys. Nobody really hangs their clippers anymore, I don't think. If you're an OG and you've ever had your clippers hanging on a little hook on the edge of the station, hit that comment section. Power switch here on the side. Here is the blade up here, all gunmetal. Guys, this is the digital gap graphene blade. They actually upgraded me to the graphene blade. It is supposed to be the best blade that they make. We'll have to see and find out. But it is supposed to be absolutely zero gap, guys. And I will tell you, DC has already used these, and he said, hey man, these things might be the truth. But you guys can see it there. That is the trimmer. That's about it. Pretty self-explanatory, nothing crazy. We will have to test it out and see how it performs. So here's the bundle, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and turn them on and let you guys hear them just so we can check them out running. While it's quiet, before we get into a haircut, I'll go ahead and start with the clipper. So actually pretty quiet. I'm gonna go ahead and guess that it's gonna give us a nice crunch sound. Not too bad. That brushless motor is always gonna be a little more quiet than some of the other motors that we have. And here's the trimmer. So same thing on the trimmer, guys. The brushless motor is super quiet. Those are definitely something that people like. They're quiet, and then you can hear the blade crunching the hair. You can hear the hair cutting when you're using these clippers. So anyways, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and throw these back on DC station, get them charged up, and we will do a haircut with this bundle, and I'll let you guys know what I think about the Coco clipper and trimmer. All right, guys, we got DC back in the chair. We're gonna test out the Coco clipper and trimmer today. These are actually for him, if you guys were paying attention in the video. So we're gonna cut with them. I'm gonna see what I think about them. And on the second side of his head, we're gonna see what he thinks about them after using them for a couple weeks. All right, guys, so just like my normal steps, I'm gonna come in with the number 3. We're gonna cut into the bulk and set up this side for a fade. So I'm just cutting straight up off the head, blending in. That's something I like to test clippers. Some clippers are good at this, some are not so good. And I'll use them accordingly. If a clipper doesn't blend into the top like this very well, then I just won't use it for that. Like for example, I usually use my Custom FX to do this part, and then I'll use my boosted to fade. So these actually feed pretty well. You can see I'm able to just flick out into the length, prepare this side, so we can come in and do a little burst taper, whatever you want to call this haircut, little burst fade, burst taper. And now the side's prepared so we can come in and start our bald guideline. Now DC says these trimmers are crazy, so I'm gonna punch the line in. It's probably gonna be hard to take out. And he said that these are so sharp that if you push hard, they will make somebody red. So we're gonna push real hard on him real quick and see. No, I'm just playing. You were supposed to react. You weren't even gonna react. You were just gonna let me do it. But no, guys, these are definitely sharp, I can tell already. And so he was saying, like, luckily they're so sharp you don't have to push hard, but people with sensitive skin definitely, you know, around here we cut a bunch of straight hair, so a lot of sensitive skin. So you guys just want to be careful not push too hard, but I can tell you these things are definitely cutting right through this hair. Gonna be definitely a little bit of a sharp guideline to take out, but no problem cutting here. We will bald out with them, come in with the shaver. I'm gonna leave that out since this is not about the shaver, and then we'll start our steps of the fade. All right, guys, so normal steps. We'll come in with the lever open. I actually just adjusted these for him. I picked him up, obviously was about to cut with him, and the clipper closed was not very close. I knew how sharp those trimmers were. Well, I didn't really know, but he had told me. And so we went ahead and adjusted these. They're not quite zero, but they are a little bit closer than they were.
And so we'll see. I still don't think they're probably gonna take out that bald line. We're gonna have to come in and flick it out with the trimmer, but we will test it out. So open section, lever all the way open. Guys, no problem cutting hair with these things. They're definitely solid. They are a little bit heavy. They're a metal clipper and they're not small. They're not huge, but they're not small. Probably a little bit of an adjustment from using something like my boosted, but they feel good and they definitely cut good. Now we'll close the lever up. We're gonna see if we can get this guideline out. Like I said, it's probably not gonna come out. Just gonna bump the line up. And yeah, there's definitely still gonna be a little hint of a line left, so we'll come back with the trimmer and flick it out after we get done with this panel. So clipper closed at the bottom. And it does have clicks, guys, so now we'll go to the third click and we're gonna go halfway into the section. You guys know I'm not a fan of clicks, so I'm gonna use it like it is, obviously to show you guys, but I'm not sure if they can come out or not. I would probably take them out if they were mine. DC might like clicks. We'll talk with him in a second on the other side, see how he's liking them. But you can see coming together, already looks good, besides that bottom line is a little bit dark, so we'll come in with the trimmer here in a second and touch that up, and then we can move on. All right, next up, one guard all the way open. We'll go up another 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch. And guys, these are my Marty Blends guards. You guys ask that stuff all the time. Guys, these guards fit everything except for stuff that fits the Andis purple guards. So if you have a filthy mod on your clipper, these will not fit. If you have a wall, JRL, Gamma, Babyliss, these guards will fit, and apparently Coco as well. So, all right, now I'm gonna start to connect everything together with my 2. So we're gonna come up right under the 3. And guys, these things are fine, definitely. They're different, a little bit bigger of a shape, like I said, a little bit heavy, but they are cutting hair, no problem. Get a nice crunch sound. You guys can see the blend is coming together. Takes a little bit, obviously, but no complaints on the clipper so far. Trimmer seems like it cuts super sharp. Now we'll go to the 1.5, halfway open. In between the open 1 and the 2. Now there's a little line left, so I'm gonna close this up. Get that cleaned up, and then we can move down to that last line that we got left. But yeah, guys, nice and smooth. Definitely no complaints. I think these are solid clippers. A little bit heavy, like I said. My arm's a little tired here first thing in the morning, but just to be safe, back with the 1 open, and we're just going up into that 1.5 to make sure that it's all connected. Then we'll close it up and start to take this last line out. So clipper closed, and we know we're gonna need the half guard at the bottom of this section, so I'm going up a little bit above where that guideline is. And you can see it actually almost got this blended together already. Put a little bit of a line in, so I'll go half open. Just again, make sure everything blends in. Back to close, make sure we're consistent, and then we'll come in with the half and we should be done with this side. You guys can see the half guard, half open. It's kind of that sweet spot that we need to connect everything together. And this blend is coming all the way together. You guys can see, no problem here. First time using these Cocos. I've heard a lot about them. I was just telling DC, I saw that they're sponsoring the Texas Barber Expo. SCT, they had a huge booth, so they're definitely trying to bring the heat. So a lot of competition out there for clippers. Definitely no complaints with these. I did get them for DC, so you guys won't be seeing them on my channel, but you know, if you guys are interested in seeing what they're like, there you go. All right, guys, we're gonna hit his vertical bar real quick. Not a lot here, but we just wanna line it up and make sure that it's sharp. And yeah, these things are hitting. Definitely a nice sharp line. DC was like yelling at me when I went out there the first time, bro, these trimmers is crazy. So definitely, probably the trimmer is the stronger one of the 2. They're both good, but I think that trimmer definitely impresses me a little bit more. So we'll go ahead and turn him around and we'll get his opinion on the other side. All right, so we're gonna cut the other side same exact way, and we're gonna get DC's thoughts. I got him mic'd up. He's been using them for about 2 weeks. So what are you thinking about these things so far?
The clippers aren't too bad. I started to use those instead of my Babyliss clipper, but they do basically the same job that those do for me. But I can't say I use them more than like my Ergo or anything like that.
The clipper you're talking about?
Yeah.
So kind of like I said, it's good, but the real impressive one from the bunch is the trimmer.
Yeah, the trimmer is, you gotta be careful though, it's sharp.
So yeah, I mean, we cut a lot of straight hair here, so I get picked on when I go to shows about that my trimmers aren't that sharp. I'm like, you know, I just don't need them to be that sharp. So it's good to have though. You know, you get that certain client or whatever it is that you need to, you know, really get a sharp line on or whatever. Have you used them much, like going through the bottom of a beard and shaping it and lining it up at the same time? Because that's something that I like to look at when I'm like testing out a trimmer.
I use them on like the bottom line of the beard, and it hasn't made anybody red down there. It's just like their C cups and the back of the neck is where people get red at.
And that's just like regular use, like you're not even banging on them, they're just sharp.
Yeah.
And you gotta be careful with that. I mean, I don't zero gap anything. Of course, everybody always asks, like, are those zero gapped? And of course, the Cocos are that digital gap, which I don't really know. You know, some people say it's just kind of another name for zero gap, and they're kind of just making something up to make it sound fancier than it is.
Yeah.
And they definitely are zero gapped and they cut good, but I don't know what the digital gap really, you know, equates to. I thought I saw something saying that, you know, they use like a microscope to gap them, and they got these tools that they mount to the blade and it pushes, you know, the blades too, and then they're looking through, like, maybe not a microscope, but like those little glasses that like jewelers use to see little watch parts and stuff. It's kind of that kind of stuff, but I don't know where the actual, you know, digital part comes in. But you guys can see right there, I mean, I used the clipper to bald out first, and it definitely wasn't very short, so I used the trimmer behind it, and like absolute drastic difference.
I will say though, they might get people red, but they haven't ever like sliced anybody or anything like that.
Yeah, I mean, red's one thing, right? I mean, some people can't help it. Like, you touch them with anything, and they're getting red. But yeah, I mean, as long as you're not cutting people at the end of the day. If it is somebody that gets red, you just gotta kind of try to take it easy. And the good thing about those trimmers is they are sharp enough that, I mean, you just barely touch it and it's gonna cut the hair, so you don't have to use a lot of force. And that's really what comes with using sharper trimmers. You know, you gotta be a little lighter handed. So I guess I would say that for people watching, if you feel like you're heavy handed, then maybe these wouldn't be good for you, because they are definitely super sharp and you have to be extra careful. So you feel like you can lighten up and, you know, not press this hard, and the last thing you want to do is be hurting your clients. So, and there's so many different options. I mean, there are trimmers that you got to give it a little effort for it to line up sharp, but they won't cut people. And then you got clippers like, or trimmers like this, or maybe like the original FX3 trimmer was the same way. Like, you could just slide it along somebody's skin and it would cut them or turn them red. So, you know, you always gotta watch that. But these are definitely, like, this is super bald. So you got them for a bundle deal. It was what'd I tell you, $200 for both?
Yeah.
So I don't know what the regular price is, but if you had to pay full price, would you still want them now after you used them?
Yeah, I'd probably buy them again.
Yeah, which, guys, DC's like me. He's got way more clippers than he needs. And you know, that's kind of part of the game for some of us, is just to have stuff we don't need and, you know, try different stuff out. So perks of the game, we make pretty quick money. We can get new tools all the time and test them out. And, you know, I always tell people it takes something pretty special to come along and have me put down something that I've really been using. So kind of like you said, you know, you are implementing these. If anything, you're really using the trimmer, but it takes a lot to switch your favorite clipper, because that's a trimmer, I think, is easier to use anything, right? Like, all trimmers cut. Obviously some are sharper, but you push them against the line, they cut the line. But with a clipper, you know, they fade different, and that's the thing you're really gonna have in your hand the most. And so you gotta be comfortable with it. I definitely switch, like, I can switch trimmers a few times in a haircut, but my clippers, I definitely like kind of keep the same clippers for a while. All right, guys, DC got a client coming in, so I gotta let him up, or I would detail a little bit more, but I'm gonna get him out of here and I'll give you guys my final thoughts. All right, guys, so you pretty much heard everything I had to say about the Coco clipper and trimmer in the haircut, but definitely solid, guys, no complaints. Like I said, they weren't for me, they're for DC. I'm probably not gonna go pick them up. You guys know I have enough clippers, but definitely solid for those of you who are wanting to check them out. No complaints on them. Like I said, a little bit heavy, but they cut super nice. If you guys don't mind some weight, the trimmers were definitely solid. That's straight out of the box. That's how we got them, and they were lining up super sharp. So if you guys wanna check them out, I will put the website right here. I don't know it off the top of my head, and I'll put the Instagram on here as well. But I appreciate you guys checking out another review, and if you want to see my latest unboxing, click right here.